Another day, another video game getting shut down, folks. And this time, Dauntless is on the receiving end of getting shut down and getting sent into the void. I don't know what it is, man, but it just seems like every day now there's some kind of news coming out on these games getting announced like they're getting shut down. I mean, we have games like Conquered that lasted 2 weeks and it shut down, which was the biggest failure in gaming history. Then we had games like X Defiant, which lasted 6 months. You literally can't even download the game anymore. I mean, it's still available to play, but you can't download it anymore. I mean, we also have games like Multiverses, which was supposed to be a mix of like Bugs Bunny and Adventure Time and a mix of Cartoon Network characters coming together. I made a video talking about Multiverses getting shut down, and yet we have another game getting shut down. At this point, man, I might as well just consider making a brand new series on this channel. I don't know what I'll call it yet. I've been thinking about making this series called Stop Killing Video Games, but at this point, with all these games getting killed off, I might as well just go with the flow at this point. So I guess let's get started with the discussion of this video. So, for those of you who weren't aware, let me catch you up to speed real quick. The developers of Dauntless have basically announced that their game is going to be shut down at some point in the near future. I was able to capture a screenshot of it on my phone. I'll have my editor put the text of it on screen. So I'm going to read you what it says, and this is what the post said. Dauntless is shutting down on May 29th, 2025. A message on the game's Steam page revealed on Monday. Dauntless will receive no additional content or updates. The game will no longer be available to play on May 29th, 2025. So basically, it has been confirmed that the developers of Dauntless is going to be shutting this game down in May of 29th. So basically, for those of you who don't know, you might be wondering, well, Nightwing, what is Dauntless, by the way? It's basically another version of Monster Hunter, where you go exploring the map, you hunt monsters, you carve monsters, and you can carve their parts for making weapons, better armor, so you can withstand more damage. Basically, Dauntless is another version of Monster Hunter, but it's a live service version of it. And basically, with the announcement of Dauntless getting shut down, not many people are going to have a choice to play this game really anymore. Like, they're going to be forced to either play different games or they're going to be forced to go to one of their older titles or they'll just move over to Monster Hunter. With all of these live service games just getting announced that they're gonna shut down, it just makes me question the future of the gaming industry even more. And it makes me think, like, are these developers really sure that this is the direction that you want your companies to go down with making video games? I mean, like I said at the start of this video, look at the last several live service games. Conquered, that has lasted 2 weeks, and that game has ended up shutting down. Games like X Defiant only lasted 6 months, and then it basically got shut down. Like I've already said, the game's still available to play, but you can no longer download it in like the digital stores. Games like Multiverses is getting shut down, and now Dauntless is getting shut down. With all of these live service games getting shut down, me as a player, it makes me think twice. Like, okay, if all these games are just going to get shut down, then what's the point of even playing these live service games? Now, I try not to get too attached to a live service game because the sad reality is all live service games will eventually come to an end unless they patch the game to where it has a dedicated offline mode so you can still play the game whenever you want. But the sad truth is, 99% of the time, these developers will just pull the plug and just end up killing the game outright entirely. And they'll think, like, dang, if we're not making money on this game, then why should we preserve the game in the first place? You know what I'm saying? And this makes me worry about video game preservation because how will we know how good or how bad some of these games are if we don't preserve them or if we don't write it down in like the history books for video games? You know what I'm saying? Like, this piece of gaming history is about to be taken away. So we can never go back to Dauntless and we can never see what made Dauntless Dauntless. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because there are some people that do enjoy Dauntless that want the game to be preserved so it can have a dedicated offline mode. But once again, with this live service direction going forward, these developers just don't care about game preservation. And if they're not making money, why should they preserve these games? And people like me want to play these video games because there are really not that many other good games out there right now. But the sad truth is, these developers have control over these products at the end of the day. And if they see one of their live service games not making that money, and if they don't see dollar signs being made for that game, then chances are they're just going to end up killing the game. It's sad to see another game just go into the void so it will no longer be preserved and no longer played. And it sucks that it's happening, but it is what it is. Jesus Christ, man, the list is just getting longer and longer. At this point, I might as well just make a list of all the Dead Live Service games. I mean, we got Conquer, we are about to get X Defiant, we got Multiverses. I mean, now we're getting Dauntless. What's next? Are they gonna shut down Brawlhalla next? Is that the next live service game getting shut down? If that's the case, then I have a feeling people are gonna lose their marbles if that's the case. But yeah, I hope that doesn't happen, but only time will tell. So, with this being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening. And until next time, I'm talking about Dauntless getting shut down, and I'll see you all later.